Hello, my wonderful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your time zone or anytime you are coming across my platform. If it is your first time and you like what I'm doing in this platform, after watching, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notifications. In that way, you'll be able to know when we upload a new video. YouTube, I want to appreciate you for creating this platform for us to use to disseminate information. And I also want to put a disclaimer to all the content in Linda's TV show that we do not promote hate speech, violent or misleading information. Linda's TV show is here to inform, educate the members of the public. We do not instigate war. I don't like war. I don't like violence. I don't like misleading information. So you will never see me promoting those things here. Please take note.
Does he have a document, this so-called document that he claims Bola Tinubu for? Does he have it?
But could you read what you refer to as him? Because we'll ask him to read his as well. So do you want to read?
I don't have to. I'm a lawyer. I don't do this. I don't do these shenanigans. No. We are serious people. You see, there was this fellow in this clip.
But you just asked him, to refer to certain materials.
So yeah, no, I said you should ask him. He's the one that said it. I don't have to do anything. If he says, he who alleges should prove. If he says,
that's not the issue. If you like, he should graduate with first class. That is his own history or his story to tell. And it can be correct that he actually went. But why did he not present the diploma, the certificate that was actually given to him when he graduated? Why will he go and print his own?
That's forgery. I've seen you giggling along the lines. It comes across as though you don't consider those matters serious enough.
Because I've never seen gaslighting like my learned colleague is entertaining Nigerians with this body. You see, this entire supposed saga is truly sad. And it's sad because it is so entirely nonsensical. You have a bunch of people who lost an election, Chamberlain. Lost an election. And their principal, in fact, I don't know what is fundamentally Atiku Abubakar's problem right now, but it's a serious problem. One, I think, that borders, that even verges on what is clinically significant. He should seek help, And then he believes he can gaslight everybody.
Well, he's going to Supreme Court.
I'm coming. No, he says there is a case of forgery. You know what I think you guys should do? Yesterday, I was watching my colleagues at the campaign council at another station, and then Charles Anyangulu was asking him, Otumba Ajiboye was telling him that this same soundbite that Silas just repeated, that there was a case of forgery, that the CSU repudiated or denied the certificate. And what you people have not done is just ask all these people, including him now, tell him to read exactly where Caleb Wellsberg. Do you understand? He referred to any document that Bola Tinubu had purportedly submitted anywhere as forged. Jesus Christ. Nothing like that. In the entire deposition, not one. Now, when he says Bola Tinubu forged, he's been judge, jury, and executioner. Right here on the television studio. He has already decided the case for the Supreme Court. He says, does he have a document, this so-called document that he claims Bola Tinubu forged? Does he have it?
But could you read what you refer to as him? Because we'll ask him to read his as well. So do you want to read?
I don't have to. I'm a lawyer. I don't do this shenanigans. No. We are serious people. You see, there was this fellow in this clip.
But you just asked him, to refer to certain materials.
Yeah, so no, I said you should ask him. He's the one that said it. I don't have to do anything. If he says, he who alleges should prove. If he says that CSU, in their deposition, that they refer to anything remotely related to President Tinubu as forged. That even if, do you know what CSU did in their deposition? They said, and this is simple English language, Shambali, this English language, Mark, they said we are unable to authenticate that which is not before us. They said that their diplomas,
let me be reading from there, not they said.
Their diplomas, you don't tell me what to do. You are the one that made an allegation.
Just stand by yours. You read it.
Don't interrupt me. I did not interrupt you. Please don't do that. Don't do that.
You read yours.
Don't. Now, they said that their diplomas are ceremonial documents. Do you know what that means? For CSU, a diploma is not different from an academic gown. That they are in their system. What is germane are transcripts. And everybody who has ever been to America, who studied there, knows this. So what Atiku went on this fishing expedition, hoping that he was going to, I don't know, I really don't know. Maybe he has too much money. But he went there, hoping for something, like your colleague over there in Arise, Ruben Abati said the other day, there was no smoking gun. Then he has come back empty-handed. That's the truth.
Well, that's what you think. That's your perspective.
That's what I know.
That's not what the PDP thinks on the matter. Let him read the part that you want to read now.
I like to face the issue. If you notice, when I knew he was sitting here, but I never addressed him because it wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary. So I'll go straight to the issue. Now, in the deposition, there was a question. I will rephrase it. So CSU did not issue the INEC diploma to President Tinubu in 1979. Then the lawyer, objection, asked and answered. The witness now answered, not in 1979. That's the witness. Another question, and did not issue a diploma dated June 27, 1979 to Mr. Tinubu in 1979? Answer, correct. What does it say? Which other certificate are we talking about? Apart from the one dated June 27, 1979. And the university said it didn't issue it. So what else is forgery?
Gentlemen.
Do you need the entire judiciary in Nigeria to tell you this is forgery? Or just because you're trying to protect interests or your place in a party, you come to national TV and embarrass yourself, lying to the nation? What is that?
Okay, I think that as much as possible, because it looks like, it will now, they will interpret it how it is that it suits us that are before us. I mean, some of the impressions that have been created out there. Before now, the questions, this entire certificate saga, whether or not we accept it, raised deep questions about whether or not the person who has been declared elected as president of Nigeria went to the school which he claimed that he went to. Isn't that correct? You'll agree with that?
But that was not the issue here.
Just a moment.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
So that has been cleared, that indeed he was a student of that particular school. What is in contention right now is the certificate which was, presented, to INEC by this particular candidate. So let me start with you, Mr. Jesutega Onokwasa. For a matter so basic, for a matter so straightforward, whether or not somebody went to school and was issued a certificate, why do you think that this air has hung over the president since he was governor of Lagos State? Why hasn't he taken the pains to clarify all of the issues that has been raised about his person, his names, and the certificate? More importantly, or most importantly, because this matter borders on the Constitution, why do you think he hasn't taken the time to clarify this to all Nigerians, if this was as straightforward as it seemed?
First of all, I would have to object that there is anything murky, even remotely murky, about President Tinubu's credentials, qualification. You see, these things are about law. Now, when Tinubu was governor of Lagos, he said, I graduated from Chicago State University, CSU. CSU agreed, confirmed that. Now, when he came back to run, and remember that since Tinubu was governor, he's not contested for any position until now. When he contested and won again.
It wasn't just CSU, sir. I think there was also a Toronto saga as well attached to that.
No, there
were a number of certificate issues, and I think the only one which was able to stand.
Toronto was Salisu Buhari. You're mixing things up.
Yes.
That was Senator Afikoyomi's mistake. That was cleared.
Okay.
Now, right now, Bola Tinubu submitted his qualification to run for president is degree from CSU. Okay? Now, see, what has CSU done? CSU was deposed. A deposition is a confrontational event. You understand? You need to be present at one. Now, no matter what the questions articles council was rigmaroling around, CSU, not for even a second, they did not deny President Tinubu. He's our alumnus.
Okay, we need to go to break soon, but before we do, but if part of what people will glean from that too is because this council, President Tinubu argued, they were doing all within their powers not to have these documents released. Is that right?
Because that is just what lawyers do. If you listen, that is what we do. Unless you are not you are not fit to be a lawyer. Now, if you, Chamberlain, if you,
hide documents.
If you, nobody's talking about
to hide their information.
Will you please tell him?
I don't do that.
We're going to break soon.
Now, if you, Chamberlain, and your son have a dispute, and it is your son I'm representing, and you have been paying school fees for your son, and you say you want his records, it is automatic. I am going to try to block access as much as
I hear
possible.
You. But part of the question is that since there isn't any big deal to this, as you say, and party members say, why didn't he just say, look, there's no big deal to this. Documents, please release this documents.
I think left to Tinubu himself, to President Tinubu himself. Look, Tinubu will front load everything to you. Why publish it.
So what happened?
Because he has lawyers. That's just what we do.
Who told him to do otherwise?
No, excuse me, if I'm representing you, I'm in charge of your case.
Yeah, so I can't tell you, no, I don't want this, release my documents.
Regardless of the impression that it creates out there in the public.
That is my competence as a lawyer. That is just how our profession
is. It because they have to make money?
Profession. Is it?
Train like that.
That is a lawyer is in charge.
We'll get Bodebi to respond to this. Don't worry. Well, we'll come back to this.
This entire certificate, so-called issue, is a storm in a teacup. It's a total non-issue. What is germane is whether President Tinubu graduated from CSU or not. That has been established. Now, if somebody says that President Tinubu,
but that was not what the council for the PDP candidate was seeking in court, was it?
What was he seeking? I'm not in PDP. I'm not a.
What was he seeking in court? You have said, okay, it has been established that he went to CSU. The question I asked you was, why it was so difficult for the president to just address the issue.
It was not difficult.
Why it was so difficult to be transparent on the matter. Isn't it because of these other issues which the PDP has raised? The allegation that, the certificate which he gave to INEC, which has now become an issue, doesn't look like something that the school itself, identifies. I'm choosing my words very carefully. Isn't it because the qualifying certificate which he used to get into the school has that of a female? Has the sex as a female. Isn't it because
that was a typographical error?
Just a moment. Isn't it because the claim that the president made that he attended Government College Lagos, and graduated in 1970. Meanwhile, the school was established in 1974. Was also going to come to the fore. Aren't these the reasons, or some of the reasons, why it has been very difficult for the president to address a simple matter such as I went to school?
Absolutely not. President Tinubu has robustly, sufficiently, exhaustively addressed the issue of his education.
Where?
Oh, throughout his career. I'm a graduate of CSU. These things are a question of law. You see these inanities of government college or primary school or
you
Southwest.
Call them inanities.
They are irrelevant in law. Seriously, they are not in issue. They are not in, certainly not in issue in the petition at the Court of Appeal. They are non-issues, total non-issues. These people are trying to, it's like someone trying to shift the goalpost.
Okay.
We are lawyers, for God's sake.
So you are a lawyer, and agreed you're a lawyer. But I mean, if you were to just listen to somebody, part of the issues that people need to take into cognizance that we're not just dealing with lawyers or law or legality. We're dealing with the whole of society. Yes. We're dealing with morality. We're dealing with the building blocks. We're dealing with values. If somebody says, I went to a particular school, which was not established at the time that he said he went to that school, would you believe anything else the person says?
But I dispute the allegation that there's anything before us right now that is indisputable that Bola Tinubu has made any misrepresentations about his educational career.
We'll see how this matters.
The most important thing, you see, is that the qualification is submitted to INEC is that he's a graduate of Chicago State University. That has been affirmed by Chicago State University. The case is closed.
Okay. I thought you said they said they couldn't authenticate what was not before them.
Who?
The CSU.
That is the diploma that they are having.
Okay.
They are
let me quickly come to Mr. Ono.
They released.
Don't worry, the nation
I know that my colleagues are trying to quickly get a question in, but let me come to you, Mr. Ono. And then some people will say that this perhaps is a problem of where we are. When you talk about forgery, it is that you did not claim, you did not get what it is that you said you got, or you did not do what it is that, because what people say is that what a certificate is meant to do is to certify that you actually did something. If you went to school, a certificate confirms that you went to school. If you're a lawyer, whatever it is you're given confirms. So if this is about the president education, I mean, aren't we really dwelling on a trivial matter?
Now, I'm a graduate of the University of Jos. When I graduated, I was given my degree certificate. Let's assume that I lost that certificate. If I go to an Oluwole center and print a new one with a sample of what I had, right? And carry the Vice Chancellor's signature and put on that document, carry the registrar's signature, put on that document, and print it out and present, it's a forgery, even though I earned that degree. But that one that I've presented to INEC is a forgery. It's a forged version because these people did not actually sign on this one. I carried their signature and put on a document. That is a forgery. Now, this case where His Excellency Atiku Abubakar has never been about Tinubu attending CSU or not. It's been about the certificate he gave to INEC. Was it the one given to him by CSU? No. Now, if we go to his attending CSU, is a completely different thing because, like he said, the university have said is an error. Female. CSU cannot authenticate that. They clearly said they can't authenticate that because that is not their certificate. It is from Southwest College. It's not CSU. It's a qualifying document he used to obtain admission in CSU that has female, not CSU document. Now, how they have their own explanation. I'm sure investigation will open up in the US. How they will admit someone who himself brought a document of himself with female on it is still curious. Let's presume that they do not know about Government College Lagos not being in existence. And there was an Oluwole certificate that he used to obtain that one. Let's presume they didn't know. But clearly, the Southwest College results that he tendered to them or presented to them belong to a female. Only Southwest College can come and tell us we made an error, not CSU. CSU said they can't verify or deny. When they asked them, are you sure this Bola Tinubu that graduated here is the same as the one who is president? They insisted yes. When they were presented with this fact of being female, they said they can neither confirm nor verify. They started shifting.
Do you think that this...
Hello, my wonderful people. As we have finished watching this interesting video, please, I want to see your comment, your contribution, your opinion in the comment section. Like I said earlier, let us do it constructively. Tell me what you think about this video that you have just watched, and also about the platform. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please remember to subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, and remain blessed.